Hi, friends. Yeah, very soon. Very, very soon. Hello, guys. Sorry I'm a little bit late. I got to pick up my wedding dress this morning. Woohoo! I'm still on time, but later than usual. Yeah. Hi, Shinvu. Greek. Uki. Uki's like getting anxious this morning already. Hi, White Dove. I shot. How are you? All right, guys, it's time to get cooking. And honestly, we've not even had our coffee yet. Yeah, it was a morning. I really didn't feel like getting up out of bed this morning, but I had to. So then I did. On time is only how fast I can get ready. Oh, I was ready like pretty early, but we had a slow driver on the way home. It's like going 10 kilometers below the speed limit. Yeah, sometimes 20. It's like, come on now. Come on. Hi, DJ Joseph. Yeah, stream breakfast in bed. Oh man, I am in. That'd be so good. You're not a fan of those people? No, especially when it's only like one lane on each side. You can't pass them or do anything like that. Things are good, DJ Joseph. We're gonna start up the egg pretty soon here. We're gonna rub some duck, marinate it up, and get that cooking. And we still have to make a coffee for ourselves, and we'll do a little bit of stuff outside too. It's gonna be a good stream. A little bit of dabbling here and there, and not too much cooking inside, which is good for those nice warm days. Yeah, rub a duck. We're gonna rub a duck, Balinese style. Another one of those recipes that, well, I've never done this one before, so this is new for me. Road rage? How did you know, downtown drunk? Come on! Where's your gas pedal? You guys know. You know how it goes. You're getting ready to do a 24-hour stream in a bit for No Kids Hungry. What? Raised $1,000 yesterday. Congratulations. Well done. Yeah, rubbing duckies. One lane on the island is a no bueno. Did you pop over to the island yet, Greek, or you still have yet to visit? Okay, here is the recipe that we're using. Also, doing a little bit of baking today. And we're gonna keep it so simple and just do some Rice Krispie squares. Maybe we'll put a couple of like different add-ins into it. Maybe like score bits or something delicious, or chocolate. We'll drizzle some chocolate on top of our Rice Krispie squares. Just a nice little treat. Nothing too like heavy. Oh, you've been quite a few times. That's awesome. Well, I hope that one day we can spend some time together. Thank you very much, sir, for the host. You're practicing more seed cakes. They're in the oven. What kind of seed cake? Yeah, do not even attempt to come here at the moment. That's a good idea. Okay, let's get this duck out. Ducky! And I'm happy to say that Sam thoroughly enjoyed his meal yesterday when he got home. I gave it to him in like 3 separate courses. I gave him an Italian 3-course meal when he got home from work. So I did the salad first, and then I boiled the pasta off and tossed it with the sauce for him, and then I served him the chicken after that. Loved it. Oh, caraway seed cakes, cool. Just chill and hang out, totally. There's so many nice little places to like explore right by where we live. Yeah, so nice. He loved the pasta. Loved it, loved it. And I don't know if you guys saw my Instagram stories, but I finished rolling out the pasta as well. So I ended up finding some more semolina in the pantry yesterday. So I fixed up that pasta dough and got like quite a few more portions I was really happy about. All right, this duck. It's a young duck with giblets, and we actually get a pretty good price on these guys. So these are raised actually other side of Canada in Quebec at Brome Lake is the brand. Obviously, yes, they are farmed ducks, but they claim that they raise them sustainably without any antibiotics and hormones, which I fully believe. Fully believe that. And we get these, what is it, like $2 a pound or something that we pay? So this entire duck was less than $13, which to me, that is so inexpensive. Because, well, you cannot even find a duck dish on a restaurant menu for not typically under $20 even for what? One piece of little duck, not a whole duck. Hi, Cookie, good to see you. Welcome in, Annie. How did all your grading go yesterday? You got it all done? Canada is very strict on, yeah, their food laws. I'm happy about that, hey? Totally. Okay, so there's our ducky. We will be spatchcocking it, I believe, is gonna be the best way to get this guy on the grill. I have never like grilled or even roasted a whole duck yet. And one reason for that is because the duck legs and the duck breast, both of those things cook completely differently. So the duck legs need like a longer amount of time to cook, to break down all of the connective tissues, the tendons, everything in there to get nice tender meat. And then the duck breast is more of like a quick cooking method where we just sear the skin and then we're ready to eat it. So more cooked like a steak, let's say. And then the legs are typically like longer cook time, more like a braise of sorts. Hi, Speed, good to see you. Hope you had a good week. Annie, you still have 20 underclassmen grades to do, but they are due in 2 weeks. Well, let's hope they get it in. You think you read somewhere, Greek, that antibiotics are actually illegal in Canada? I don't know if they're illegal. But I know, like, for the most part, like, every single package in the store says antibiotic free. The only thing I will say is, like, places like Costco, where sometimes the meat does come from the States, is they're not going to guarantee that. So those are the things that you have to watch for, right? Still working, busy? Yeah, aren't we all, hey? Hey, Tildes, you never get duck because it's $5 a pound. I know, right? And maybe has like a pound of meat. So yeah, exactly. So when we saw these for like $2 a pound at the store, we're like, is that marked wrong? But it wasn't. So we got 2 ducks at that time. And the last one we used was actually really nice. This is not the highest grade of duck that we can get. It's more like a utility grade, so there might be a couple nicks and stuff in the meat. But to me, this works just as good, totally. Came across an interesting article about a way to cook rice so that you absorb fewer carbs. What? I would be intrigued to read that. Thanks for sharing that, Annie. I will read that after stream. So interesting. The old feller, hey. Tell the old feller, hey. Hey, old fella. Speed says, hey, you'll see me tomorrow? Yes, Speed. Tomorrow's gonna be a wonderful day of big green egging. We're doing a virtual barbecue competition on stream. Woohoo! Let's check this recipe out. So the name of the dish is called Bebek Betutu, and it's so fun to say. Also a reason why I picked this recipe. Like, Bebek Betutu? That sounds great. So I did end up finding an awesome recipe from Savor Mag. And it's actually from 2013, so it's an older recipe, but obviously it's tried and true. Would it be more somewhere like Save-On or Safeway? Superstore, though, they buy in bulk, kind of like Costco and Walmart. Yeah. So Save-On, like their brand of meat, Greek, is like the Save-On Foods brand, is all antibiotic free. How do you enter the virtual barbecue comp? Okay, so Sammy, are you able to post the link for him? It's through Instagram. You have Instagram, right? Speed, pretty sure. So search
Follow the people.
Search Root 83 Knives. I'll write it in chat for you. And it's open to a lot of areas in the world, not just North America. I saw Germany on there as well, guys. And it doesn't have to be just a big green egg. They have all different categories, whether you're doing it like gas barbecue even. So have fun with it. This is the thing. So anyone can enter. Go Instagram Root 83 Knives, and I believe all you have to do is follow them. And then we just need to get our entries in tomorrow by midnight, wherever your time zone is. 2013, older recipe. Yeah, look up the book from the 80s. Believe me, Dongs for Thee is, I have like a old school New York Times cookbook. Super old. I would love to like go see what the publishing date on it is. Okay, this duck. In Bali, this aromatic chili and garlic stuffed duck is wrapped in coconut tree bark and steamed. Obviously, that's not really possible here, so they have tweaked this recipe so we can make it for ourselves easily in North America as well. Yeah, smoked duck. This is a first for us doing like a whole duck on the egg, Daff. I'm pretty excited. So what they found for this recipe, it bakes beautifully rubbed in coconut oil, and then they cover it in aluminum foil. So that's for the oven. So the aluminum foil is how I think of it, is because the duck is rubbed with oil first and then we coat it with foil, we're kind of like frying and steaming it at the same time. Wood chips, which flavor? I actually have no idea yet. This recipe first appeared in the December 2013 issue, along with the article, The World of Duck. So it says it serves 4 to 6. We need 1 Long Island or Pekin duck. So the ducks that are raised in Brome Lake here in Canada are all Pekin ducks. They have a little bit smaller duck breast, is their kind of telltale part of that variety of duck. Basically using the egg as an oven. Exactly. Yeah, so Sam actually corrected me today because I was like, oh, I'll just grill it on the Mini Max over the charcoal. And he's like, no, you won't, because that's just like direct cooking. It's not slow roasted over charcoal. So we need to light up the large big green egg today because it has the plate setter in it, which will turn it into our oven of sorts. A spit, that would be so good too. Yeah, rotisserie duck, I'm sure would be unreal. That would be like one of the main reasons why we get a rotisserie, for duck. Right, Sammy? He says yes. Yeah, direct cooking on this duck would make it tough. So it cooks for around an hour to an hour and a half. So that's why we want to get our stuff lit earlier rather than later. Get the duck cooking, and then we can finish the rest of our sides. Purple! Thank you for the follow. Love the username. My favorite color. Hi, doggo. How are you today? You need to send Sammy more green smokers in AC. Man, we have not even touched that game in probably like 2 to 3 weeks. Things have been like a little bit hectic around here, but maybe today I'm feeling like I need a little AC in my life, a little escape to the island. Yeah, exactly, Daff, right? Is rotisserie duck is just base the fat the whole time. It's the highlight of your quarantine. I know, I wish we didn't go back to work as early because then I would just keep playing video games. But then that happened. Okay, other ingredients that we need for our duck. So these are all going to be for the marinade or rub, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna say a marinade takes time, whereas a rub, you just rub it on and grill it. So we're doing a rub today because we're not letting this sit before we cook it. So coconut oil, we need tamarind concentrate. This is a big one in Bali in Thailand, and this is also why I have this little bottle of this, and it's so sour. Oh man, like fresh tamarind kind of reminds me of dates, or like a sour date, but it's like sweet and sour and like this chewy kind of dried fruit. But this concentrate is total sourness. When do I have Sammy check the mailbox? I actually have no idea. It's a little bottle. Yeah. Yeah. And it is from Thailand, so we know it is legit. Okay, coconut oil. Yum. And keep in mind, if you don't have all ingredients for this, don't stress over it. I know things are still a little bit hard to find in the stores right now. And yeah, even I don't have all of the things. You're interested in this, Daff? Because a lot of people say you have to section the duck or part is overcooked. That's why I typically never cook duck whole. But I think this is gonna be great. Okay, we will need some salt, obviously. They call for some shrimp paste, which I don't keep in the house, just because I feel like if I buy a pack of shrimp paste, it's just gonna go to waste, because I typically don't use it in a lot of cooking, I would say. So that one I'm okay to do without it. If anything, we can just add a little bit of fish sauce. Whoa, careful, doggo. Which I have a big bottle now. Fish sauce, soy sauce. Oh my gosh. What is going on?
She's feeling it.
Sam was just moving around the oven racks, and the dog like was not watching. She's like, oh my God. You guys had to buy yeast from a baker. That's amazing. Yeah, the machete. Okay, so palm sugar, or I use coconut sugar instead, which isn't it literally the same thing though? Yeah, doggo anxiety. She is like quite skittish. She's a chicken, we call her. She gets scared of quite a few things. Annie, when you use yogurt marinades, do you use them overnight? I usually go overnight for sure to get like the full activation from the yogurt in the marinade. It really does help. Hi, Karmic Bob. Pikachu, how are you? Yeah, hope you are all well and having a good day. Things are good here. Are you making chicken tendies? We are not. Okay, next one, garlic, shallot, chili, ginger. Garlic, shallot, chili, ginger. These are all things that we want fresh. Is she scared of the vacuum too? Yeah, she doesn't love it. She doesn't love it, that's for sure. Okay, yogurt marinated lamb though, that sounds amazing. Garlic, shallot, ginger, chili. And I think we'll be doing this in the blender. This rub of sorts. Keep my homegrown chilies in the freezer so I can use them fresh as well as dried. Your old doggo loved the vacuum. He used to want to be vacuumed. Aw, did he have like really long hair?
Moose loved the vacuum. Loved it.
That's so cute.
He'd stand there and let me just vacuum his body.
Doggos are the best.
Squirrel hated it.
Okay, next. Turmeric. I do not have fresh curry leaves. I don't have anything of that sort, but I do have kaffir lime leaves. So turmeric and kaffir lime leaves. Those are the last two ingredients. If you can get fresh turmeric, go for it. Yeah, not full force sucking action from the vacuum. Yes, Greek. He's coming with the curry leaves. With the backup plan. Okay, what we're gonna do. So it says heat your oven to 350 if you're gonna be doing it in the oven at home. That's our first step. And it says place the duck on a double thickness of aluminum foil, enough to completely wrap it. So that's your step for the oven. Stir 2 tablespoons of coconut oil with tamarind, salt, and shrimp paste, and then rub it on the duck and set it aside. And then we puree the rest of the ingredients, and then we start baking the duck. So we puree that, rub it all over the duck again, and then we start roasting it. Haven't been able to find kaffir lime leaves. Yeah, that's why I just got the dried ones. And I found that last time when I just kind of took the vein out of the middle of the leaf and put it in the blender with everything, it actually blended right into it and gave great flavor. So if you can't find them fresh, dried works too. Your wife uses curry leaves regularly. I remember seeing them like all the time in Vancouver in the stores. I would always like smell them, be like, curry. Let us butcher this duck first. We'll rub it with those set ingredients, and then we'll mix up the rest of our rub, and then we're good to go. Sammy, do I gotta start that grill too?
Yeah.
We gotta start the grill too. Okay, give me a sec, guys. Just gotta move the camera outside.
Already did.
Oh. Our fellow moderator has already done that. Thank you. Boom. Look at that setup. This guy. Do I have to add charcoal?
You do.
I need some guidance, please.
Guiding.
Which one is it? The JD?
Whichever you would like.
I don't have a preference.
The Canadian maple one? That's all the scraps of Jake.
Okay, let's do maple then.
Let's do maple?
Yeah.
So that's the Canadian lump one, which is that guy.
Or is it that one? It's that one. The hardest decision already. What brand of charcoal?
You wanted wood or chips?
Guys, we feel like doing some chips maybe? That'd be good. Kind of like how we do the turkey. Or I can do a couple of chunks.
I got mesquite, apple, or hickory.
Okay guys, mesquite, apple, or hickory. And we're using maple charcoal. Maple apple. Mesquite apple. Okay, we got 2 apples. Maple and apple. Oh no. You can't just choose 2, Greek. Now I'm confused. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, well, I'll make the guided decision for us then. We need some scissors to open the charcoal bag. Applery? Maplery? Do I have to pick the chunks myself?
Yeah.
The chunks of charcoal? Am I looking for anything special? Like those are good?
Little Wickerland patio.
Little Wickerland patio.
Put a couple of these in at the bottom.
Just nestle them in there.
Just nestle them in there.
And how much charcoal are we adding to the egg?
You want to be above the fire bowl.
Above the fire bowl?
So the fire bowl is the bottom.
Yeah.
Fire ring's the top.
Yeah. I mean, I could have probably just poured it. Not good. Okay. We couldn't have just poured it. Okay. It's okay,
Put it in
birdie.
a few places.
It's good now? Okay.
You throw yourself a couple pieces of fogo.
Fogo too?
Yeah.
Do I need to nestle this guy down there more?
Yeah.
So our 4 pieces of wood are kind of spread out, and we put them in the bottom. So it doesn't burn up too quick. And we'll come in with the fogo, which is a lot bigger chunks. And then those really hold the heat. Like, look at this. This is a whole tree. Like 4 of those, Sam? And so obviously this will help hold all of the heat in here.
So try to build a little bit of the maple out of the middle there. And try to put that big guy in the middle.
Oh, like in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm getting the birdies. Birdie? They're fighting? No. Fruit woods are great for duck. Yay, Paloozer! You need to buy chunked for smoking too. Yeah, the chips burn so fast. We seriously love hummingbirds. I think we have like 5 or 6 here now. Was it not good what I did?
No, you did good. So we're gonna start it right here.
And then put that in.
Throw that guy right back on top.
Okay.
And then we'll let it light.
Okay. You guys know the drill. Get our loop lighter out. And we want to have it right touching the charcoal to begin with. For anyone new here that's never seen us use this device, it is basically a high-powered heat gun where there's an element at the bottom of this that blows really hot air. And that's how we decide to light our charcoal instead of buying fire starters. And honestly, we've been loving this thing.
Moved.
Other than maybe the odd time where we might lose power on the island, then we have a couple of backup starters just in case. It's starting up really nice today. Holy. That did not take long at all. That's the Canadian charcoal. Canadian maple. Yeah, baby.
Okay.
Right there.
Take the top off. Have you opened the bottom?
Nope. Top's off.
Bottom's open.
Bottom is completely open.
Okay.
Oh, I just slid it out. There we go. And now we close it?
Close it. We'll check back on in 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay. Guys, set a timer. 10 minutes. Welcome back. Just gonna wash my hands. And now we can prep the duck while the egg heats up, because it'll probably be around half an hour to 40 minutes before we can get the duck onto there.
I think it's like $80 to fuck.
Elrica, thank you for the follow. Yeah, you can't fool me. That's not a drill. Is it more eco-friendly than fire starters? I think so. Like, that's what I would think. But, I mean, you can buy organic fire starters and stuff, or even make them yourselves. So, yeah, I mean, an electric thing is going to be better, right? And then Daff is saying that the fire starters have paraffins or wax to help start the fire, which is not good for the big green egg anyways. Do I like Spanish food? Yes. I love Spanish food, as I spent about a month there at one point traveling around and eating. So yes, I do.
Those are the fire starters we use.
So that's what we use. What is it? Dracaris. Dracaris. For all of our, what's that? What's the show? I forget. Game of Thrones. GOT. Smoker. Yes. Hi, Relic. Welcome, welcome. Yeah. Game of Thrones. That's the one. Haven't watched it in so long. We were just watching a show that's like kind of similar to it, but definitely not the same. Let's get our plastic cutting board out. You like paella and tortilla de patatas? Yeah, the omelet is. I would actually get that for breakfast some mornings before I like go on the train to my next destination. Who more likes Spanish food on chat? Oh, I don't know, guys. I don't know. We actually don't cook a ton of Spanish food on stream. But I'm feeling like summertime. Should do like a tapas day coming up here. Oh, just putting my boning knife on the steel here. The Spanish omelet's not breakfast, but then why was it available in the morning? At least that's what I had in Barcelona. Yeah, we like all food here. We don't really discriminate. Forgot. I love it, Paloozer. Jiggles, you're not fancy enough for an egg, so you just use regular charcoal grill with briquettes. Usually use a charcoal chimney with junk mail to start it. Yeah, I've seen those chimneys and I've used one in a restaurant. It works really good too. Just get into this without getting the juices everywhere. You just bought the loofah lighter. You're gonna love it, Daff. Like, that did not take long at all. I apologize for any juices that might make you feel uneasy. Like, ducks always look so funny to me when I take them out of the packaging. This is a Brome Lake duck, which is a variety. They grow Pekin ducks there. And then our next step, this was frozen, so that's why there's like a ton of juices coming out of it still, is we're gonna take the giblets out and then I'm just gonna put those back in the freezer for next time I do some broth or stock with poultry. Lots of good flavor and stuff in there. It's been 10 minutes, Sammy? So now we're gonna go back and check the egg. So now you're putting on the plate setter with the grill grate. It's roaring, right? Sweet. All right. And now it'll probably be about half an hour for that.
What do you want of that?
Like 350? You bought some Kamado Joe charcoal and it's really good, very uniform. Which one did we have?
I don't like it.
Yeah, so Wickerland wanted us to try it, so they gave us a bag, and we haven't been liking how it was cooking compared to the Fogo and the Big Green Egg stuff. Dog the Egg Master. It's a big duck. Yeah, it's just under 3 pounds, I think. What else is in here? Did we only get the neck? Man, we have been having like the weirdest luck with giblets and poultry lately. Like, what is going on with these processing plants? How are they just losing these parts of the animals? Yeah, there's nothing else in there. Oh, I guess this duck didn't have anything else inside of it. Yeah, no gravy. Well, we're still gonna get like some good trim from the wings and stuff. I'm just gonna grab a pan to put that into. Okay, so just set ourselves a pan kind of in front or beside us, whatever works best. And now we're gonna get into it. Man, I'm gonna pull this back. A wide angle. Okay, so I always have my duck kind of facing me, so like the carcass is open towards me. It looks a little bit like lopsided, but that's okay. And yeah, this is quite a big duck, Daff. You are correct. I'm gonna keep this towel beside me. So where I always start is taking off the legs and then the breast, but things are gonna be a bit different today because we're spatchcocking it. I've actually never spatchcocked a duck. What we're gonna do before we start that process though is we gotta clean this up just a bit first. Is ducks have a lot of fat on them, but it is a very flavorful fat that you wanna keep around. You don't wanna throw it out. Yeah, most processors don't care about the parts, but to me, it's like, why are we wasting food? Heard they stopped adding giblets and necks because they use them for sausage. I could see that. I could see that. Parts is parts. Check under the neck skin. I don't think it's there. But you never know, right? Always nice to flatten it out and cook even. That's how I think this duck is gonna cook the best. So just come up over here and we're just gonna trim away some of this excess fat from the cavity. But we don't want to nick up any of the skin where we're going to be like cooking it, right? Okay, there's a bit more juices. And then I think I'm going to take the tail off as well. And that one separates like quite easily. A little bone there and there. And now, and we should be able to go right through the knuckle there. And that's a good piece to keep for sure. Okay, now, so spatchcocking. Oh. See, that's why I say it's a utility duck, is because we're gonna find a couple of like bruised parts, which is sad for me. I hate seeing that on animals because that means it probably wasn't treated the best, or it was like maybe dropped in the plant or something like that where it got a bruise. So now we got to trim off the duck neck skin. Gone. I know. Okay, and then spatchcocking. So we're taking out the entire backbone. And I love to use shears for that instead of a knife because, yeah, you're cutting through bones. So you want something heavy duty. And I find that kitchen shears are that heavy duty thing to use. Spatchcocking is the culinary term, yeah. Looking at the conversion rate to Canadian dollars, the price tag on the duck is what you would pay for a whole chicken. I know, yeah, we get our ducks for $2 a pound. Mind you, it is a utility duck. It's not like a higher grade duck, but still, at least it's like somewhat affordable. Yeah, DuckTales. And I think I like to start, so I'm gonna turn this. I'm gonna start up by the neck, and that way I find that we can get like more of a straight line going down. If it ends up being really tough with the shears, then I might switch to the cleaver and start like really smashing into it, but we'll see. Yeah, a super useful duck. Hi, Mama, good to see you. Yeah, you've missed an hour. We've not done too much yet though, so don't worry. Hey, Trev, you did a spatchcock chicken last night? So much easier than roasting the whole bird. Yeah, honestly. And yeah, we're gonna trim off the wings as well. You are correct, Daff. Okay, so we should be able to just come on in here.
There's like 10 bees on the balloons.
We got bees. And then just start cutting.
That means the squash will be good this year.
Yeah. Yeah, we want the bees around to pollinate everything. Okay, that looks good. Now I'm gonna do the other side. I think kitchen shears are one of the most handy tools to have, like for any home cook. So good. Now I'm gonna turn this and just finish off on either side. It is honestly not hard to cut, surprisingly, is all of the little backbones and like the rib cage, all of those bones are so small that it's not too hard to cut through. You have a neighbor that's pollinating a new hive because second queen bee. Nice. Yeah, we should ask Titan how his bees are doing. Robotic bees? What? They're 10 years old. Yeah, you might need to treat yourself, Trev, and get a new pair. This part by the hips is the most difficult part to cut through. That's why maybe I leave it till last. But yeah, the fact that we can cut right through bone with these, so awesome. And then obviously we just have to be careful with the bone fragments if we get any. So typically when I do spatchcocking, I like to kind of rinse off the meat afterwards just to make sure there's no bone fragments. Okay, so that's obviously a little bit graphic right now. But these are the simple things that we should be able to do for ourselves at home that we shouldn't have to pay people in the store to do. Just gonna clean this up a bit. And actually we do need the cleaver. So our next part, so you can tell that yes, we cut the backbone out, but it doesn't want to sit flat, right? So this wouldn't sit flat on the grill. So we need to split the breastbone here down the centers. We don't have to go like all the way through. We just gotta go through the top part where it's tough, where we have our wishbone there, and just split it, and then we'll be able to open this up and lay it flat. You guys are laughing at people with their eggs. Be nice.
No, look. It's the loose lighter page for promotion.
Oh, word.
Look how much charcoal she has in the
Oh, okay.
It's way above the fire rate.
Yeah.
She's making a bonfire.
Crimson, you're totally cool with paying someone in the store to do it? Well, then that's awesome then. Nothing wrong with that. I don't make a ton of money, so I'd rather do it myself. And plus I have all the tools, I guess. It's easy for me.
We're generating some smoke.
Yeah, it's getting smoky outside. Okay, grab your cleaver. I like to use a cloth with it as well because I find smashing my hand on this is not the best feeling. So towel or cloth is what I use. Get it set in the spot so you can kind of cut down into there. And then we're just gonna give it a couple whacks and you should feel the bone snap. I'll go right down through the cartilage part as well. Maybe one more. Boom, there it is. Did you guys hear that crack? Perfect. Okay, now we can flip it. We got a little bit of work to do with the wings still. Just gonna dry this off again. It's always easier to work with dry meat.
To be honest, that wouldn't have fit on the Minimax.
It wouldn't have even fit, no, I know.
So it was a good choice.
This is a big duck.
Yeah.
Oh man. Like those legs even? Okay, so duck wings, if we look at them, not a ton of meat in them. I don't typically keep them the same way that I would use a chicken wing. but I do keep them for stock. So always reserve them for another use. It's a fresh looking duck. I think it's a pretty fresh, good looking duck for sure. Yeah, Japanese cleaver for the win. I actually got that knife for Sam for his birthday. Okay, so I just popped the wing out of the socket. Sorry. I know that's why Vune's not in here right now. And so obviously we know that there is this knuckle here by the breast where we can detach the wing from the body. So let's get into there. And here's the other thing, guys, is like once you start learning the anatomy of the animals, it does get a lot easier to butcher them yourself. There's my knuckle. Hello? It's being a tough duck. I mean, I usually don't take the wings out like this, so I'm trying not to disturb it too much, right? There we go. Hello? Duck wing. I mean, I guess we could always rub them and see how they do on the grill, but honestly, I think it's just gonna burn and the meat's just gonna get dried out. So that's why I always use it for stock instead. Okay, other side. And yeah, that looks good. We didn't disturb it too much on that side. Remember, we don't want to nick up any of the precious meat. Yeah. Was a strong duck. Jay McManus, hi, how are you? Thanks, man, for the 2 months. I hope you've been good. So I'm just feeling for the knuckle in there, is what I do after the first cut, so that we can kind of gauge where we gotta slice it. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and I got a drink. Okay, let me take a sip there once I have no more duck hands. And he gifted a sub to Crimson. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you, thank you. 8 months with Crimson. Sweet. There we go. We've got the other wing. Now we can come up this way. And release that from the body. Sammy with 1,000, thank you. You can't stay long, currently working, but wanted to show some love. Thank you, man. Hope we're doing well. We are, yeah. I picked up my wedding dress this morning. Everything is good. Okay, well, this doesn't really look like a duck anymore, does it? Just wanna see how I can position this, because we don't really want too much like wrinkles on the carcass when we put it on the grill. You want it to grill really nice and even. I'm gonna do a slit up there so that can stay more flat. Same with there. And that kind of flattened that out. I think we're good. I'm gonna rinse this now. Gonna put it on a sheet pan. There's a couple of feathers that I want to take out as well. I'm not loving that. And then we can rub the duck. I know, look at those legs, honestly. Am I gonna try and get some drippings? I wasn't really planning on it because I don't think it's gonna have a lot of juices being cooked out of it. I think they're all just gonna kind of like congregate inside. Yeah, this is one of the biggest ducks that I've cooked in a while. So nice cold water, we're just rinsing it to make sure we don't have any bone fragments. And then my thought, doing the duck this way, spatchcocked, is we can really get it rubbed all over with the flavoring, rather than trying to leave it whole and like trying to stuff the rub inside of the carcass. Okay, now one more last time. I'm gonna dry this off. Use that for what? Oh, I mean, we can try. Rub the duck. We have transformed this thing. There is a lot of meat on here. For $12? Like, this is unbelievable, even to me as a chef. It's like, since when did we ever see those prices? Never, Sam. All right. I don't know what's happening over there. There's wood falling out of the closet. Don't ask.
I thought I heard something start leaking.
There's wood falling out of the closet. The ghost is still here, guys. Don't worry. Still got it. Okay, so I'm just plucking out some of these feathers. Because, yeah, honestly, they don't cook down. Especially if you can like really see the quill. You gotta get that out. I mean, I would be upset if someone served it to me like that.
Yeah, duck.
Doggo says, I hear there's a duck. Beautiful. That's duck, Doggo. That is duck.
Where's the duck?
She says it's right there. Doggo! Doggo duck dance. Hi, Bonkman. Welcome in. Hi, Nike. There's your happy doggo. Yeah, cute baby, even though she's like turning 91 this year. Cute little baby. Are you cute?
Shoot.
Okay, I'm gonna set this aside or just do this for a sec. Yeah, she's still a baby, totally. I know, I'm sorry, Doggo. I would have gave you the duck heart. You loved it last time.
No livers.
Okay, we need to stir 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, 2 teaspoons of tamarind concentrate, and some salt in a bowl, and we're gonna rub the duck with that. And then we can blend up the rest of the marinade.
Rub the duck.
Rub the duck. So coconut oil is not liquid at room temperature. So we gotta melt that first. Does duck have any pathogens? You know it's safe to consume rare, so you're assuming no. I'm quite sure no.
Nope.
Yeah, we can eat it like, I wouldn't eat it rare, but medium rare is super good.
Medium rare, medium.
Yeah.
Try duck to do both.
Yeah, I wouldn't cook duck well done because it would be so tough. Duck tartare incoming. That could be good. I mean, it's quite similar looking to beef, right? The color of the meat. Something's wrong. Why is my microwave not on?
It's not plugged in.
What even is this place? Leave the kitchen for 3 days during the week, guys, and it's just a havoc.
Hey.
Doggo can eat a rare duck heart? Yeah, she eats a raw food diet. Chef Mike went on strike. Yeah, I guess he said that's it. Thank you. Well, it's always the stuff that I can't reach either. It's like, what happened here? What happened?
Dehydrator.
I know. I'm bugging Sammy and he is not having it. What's up, Sammy? And now the question is it working?
Well, it's plugged in, running, so it
But it didn't melt the oil at all. Why are you shaking your head at me? Okay, we got it. Chef Mike, we got him back from his strike. Their coats get super soft and shiny. Yeah, Posh is pretty healthy, and you guys see us give her veggies all the time. So 2 teaspoons of our tamarind. Just gonna shake that up. I found this at our Asian supermarket here. This is how it looks. It's really not too appetizing looking at all. But there's a ton of flavor in here. So we only need about 2 teaspoons of that. Don't go crazy because it's so sour. I would recommend though, if you're intrigued by tamarind, try and find it fresh. I know at some points during the year we can even get it here fresh, and it's so good. Yeah, see, Greek knows it as sweet. And that's how I know it too, from eating it in Southeast Asia. But this concentrate is so sour, it's like a warhead. Exactly, Epperly. Last time I tried it, I took like a pretty good spoonful. Wow, I was woken up. Okay, last one. So I'm gonna go more than a teaspoon of salt here because we're definitely gonna need more than a teaspoon of salt to season all of our meat. So I'm gonna go like a good 2 teaspoons of salt with that. Oh yes, and this is where we also add, instead of the shrimp paste, I'm just gonna do a couple drops of fish sauce instead. So this should kind of emulsify together, I think. Beautiful. That should coat the duck so nicely. You wonder what they put in the concentrate to make it sour? Maybe they're just picking the tamarind too early before it's like really got its sweetness. Oh, this smells really good already. So we want to rub this on both sides of the duck, the outside and on the inside of the carcass. So kind of divide it in half. And I'm just going to use my hands. I'm going to say that maybe the acidity, like the sourness from the tamarind concentrate, is going to help to break down some of the meat, tenderize it a bit. Oh yeah, happy anniversary, Nike. You and the waifu. What did you say, 26 years? Okay, give that a flip. Salmon patties, yes. Crab cakes, smashed taters with Kerrygold butter, and you're having an Avo Ranch salad, yum. Salmon cakes and crab cakes, that's a treat. Get it in all the crevices. Okay, that looks good. Turn it over. Obviously, coconut oil on cold meat. It's gonna start to harden up. So just be aware of that. Is it's like, whoa, what's all this stuff on the sheet pan? That's just the coconut oil doing its thing. So now we can set that aside. I'm gonna wash my hands. And now we get to start putting stuff into the blender. Sam, do I need to take a peek at that egg or we're good? Okay. Let's go take a peek at the egg. It is getting nice and smoky out there. For dessert, yeah, shrimp cakes. Hello. So we're looking for 350 Fahrenheit. We are at 325. Perfect. So pretty much by the time we're done rubbing the duck, the grill will be ready. Yeah, perfect. Let's get this blender. So blender or food processor, you're more than welcome to use. Purple diamonds, what? Yeah, get that appliance off there. See, I knew someone would see it. I know, Daff, I know. Some people's fiancés. Okay. So now we have to add the rest of our ingredients to the blender, starting with a tablespoon of palm sugar. I'm gonna use coconut sugar, but pretty sure we confirmed last time on stream that it's the exact same thing. Obviously, the little bit of sugar is gonna help with browning on the grill too. Oh, it was peaches. It was. Good eyes, guys. Yeah, you saw nothing. What? What is it? So 3 teaspoons, AKA 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. Come on, guys. You would expect like a magazine to actually do their recipes right. Like, why measure 3 teaspoons when you can just do a tablespoon? So obviously there's more salt coming from there too. But then the soy sauce is also gonna help with color too. 12 cloves of garlic. Here we go again. Brown sugar and coconut sugar are very similar. Yep. Having flashbacks from yesterday. Yeah, garlic, bam. Wedding cake strain? What? I've never heard of that one, Bonkman. We'll have to get that one for the wedding. Okay, that is, I think, way more than enough. Use your best judgment, guys. Oh, it's just vanilla? What? Smash. Oh, look, this garlic's sprouting. I'm gonna throw the whole clove in, and I'm sure that we will not taste anything bitter. Oh, they had their baby? I will have to message them then. That is awesome. I hope everything went well. I'm not really like a kid person, so I'm not like super excited, obviously, but that's awesome. As long as everything went well and everyone's healthy, that's all that matters. A baby boy with blonde hair. Oh man. Heartbreaker. Hi, Dust Pirate. Good to see you, man.
I have black hair when I was born.
No skins? No skins. No, we don't want any garlic skin in here. Did you laugh at that, Daff? I'm just like not. I'm like the person that gets awkward around like infants. I don't know. It's just not for me. At least not yet in my life. Maybe I'm not mature enough yet. Sam in the background. Nope. Watch out, world. Yeah, I know, right? There's a mini chef de partie on the loose. That's hilarious, Steph. See, like I'll hold the kid and stuff, but do I really want to be? Not really. To me, that's like just so scary. I would not want to drop it. It's like that is like way too fragile for me to handle. By the time you could even consider kids, you are too old. No kids in the house. That is fair. I think that's gonna happen to a lot of people. Okay, we got our 12 garlic cloves as well as our soy sauce and coconut sugar in there. Next up, I'm gonna chop a shallot roughly, and then we need 6 Thai red chilies and a 3-inch piece of ginger. Let's get these chilies. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. I picked like 2 bigger ones and then 4 smaller ones. So I grew these last year in the garden, hoping to be able to use them up by the time the new ones are done. And I just keep them in the freezer to keep them like fresh. And then I can use them in marinades and stuff like this. And then all I do is take the stem off of the top and then put it back into the freezer. I'm gonna wash my hands right now so that I don't spice up my life too much. I'm not afraid of the juices, nope. Yeah, bite and burn, totally. Okay, shallot. Just gotta rough chop it since the blender's doing all the work. Peel it first. Gonna go, I think, check on the egg real quick again. I just don't want it to get too hot. Sammy's gonna go. He's going. This is gonna be so tasty. There is a lot of flavor getting put into this right now. I'm just gonna use this whole chunk of ginger. Just gonna peel it up. Paring knife's outside. Back of the spoon it is. The only thing you don't like about ceramic cookers is they get real hot and they take forever to cool down. Yeah, I know. Don't let it get out of control. A really juicy piece of ginger. Yeah, and ginger zing? I know. Okay, next. We're almost there. So 6 candle nuts, something I've never heard of in my life. An Indian walnut. So it grows, yeah, in Southeast Asia. So something I've never seen before. Maybe I can find a substitution for candle nut. It's good, Sammy? Thank you. Waxy cream colored nuts similar in size and texture to macadamia nuts. Although less expensive raw almonds or cashews will also do. Okay, perfect. Yeah, candle nut. I know. Candle nut. It's a Balinese thing. Keep that in mind. Okay, 2 teaspoons of ground turmeric. And then I'm gonna do 3 dried kaffir lime leaves. So 2 teaspoons of dried turmeric. 3 dried kaffir lime leaves. Cashews for the win. I hope I have some nuts. I don't know if I have any cashews. I think I used them up.
Oh, maybe. Yep, cons. For sure.
Nike, I do not get that reference. I wish I did though. One, two, three. It's used as a moisturizing oil. Okay. Yeah, I am so unfamiliar with that. So all I'm doing with the dried kaffir lime leaf is just taking the stem out of the middle of it because it's really tough. And then the rest of this should blitz into here. Okay. I'm gonna go over to the blender now. See how this goes. Oh, cool, Greek. Weird Explorer. He's got a video on the cashew apple. Oh, man. So I saw those like everywhere when I was in Southeast Asia. I was like, this is so cool. So I have some almonds down there. And I think I only have peanuts in the freezer. Just gonna put a couple of these. Like a little handful of the almonds. Mint and cilantro is taking over the garden. Oh, I'm jealous. I wish my cilantro took over the garden. My cilantro is so wimpy. Okay, so that's just gonna do its thing back there. I'll let it go on low, and I'm just gonna start putting away all the ingredients that we took out. Might have to add a touch of liquid, it's looking like. I don't know how that's going to blend up. Oh, your basil's dying. Yeah, mine is... Basil and cilantro are the two hardest herbs for me to grow. That should help. Now we should be able to put that back on. Start slowly breaking it down again. See if I shake a bit of fish sauce into there. Don't go too crazy with it because it's still salt that you're adding. But it just needs a touch of liquid, and I don't want to add water. That's the thing, is we don't want to dilute this. The only other thing I'm gonna do is grab our little plunger. The wand. And that should help, is it doesn't touch the blades at all, so it should help you be able to push it down. But it's literally just out of reach. Okay. Man, these recipes these last 2 days are giving me some flack. They're being a little bit of a pain in the butt. Garlic is burning my eyes. This is my solution, just a touch of olive oil. I think I'd rather add oil in this instance than something more liquidy, because the oil is at least going to help the marinade coat. Sammy agrees. Ooh, I think it did help. Oh man. We need a smaller blender bottom. I think next bit goal is gonna be a little ninja or like magic bullet thing where we can just make up like a little sauce thing, like just a cheap little appliance. Because this, obviously you can tell, way too big of a container to be able to blend this up in. Yeah, magic bullet. If there's one thing I totally hate in the kitchen, it's wasting my own time, and this is what's happening. There we go. Don't worry, I'll just teach you again how to properly do the recipe, guys, because they didn't say how to. Yeah, do not splatter this in my eye, honestly. I don't even think that would blend smooth in a food processor though, with those ingredients. Patience and oil. I think we have to go one more time. Seriously burning my eyes. But we're getting there at least. Obviously we got the turmeric color distributed throughout, but we should go a bit more smooth still. You're allergic to patience, so we'll just add extra oil. I'm just happy that we finally made it, honestly. Because it's like, I know that if I'm gonna struggle with a recipe like that, I don't know what you guys are gonna do, right? Perfect. Everything's put away. Mortar and pestle it, yep, except mine. So this is, there's the other issue, is my mortar and pestle is too small. Gotta do some fandangling of these appliances that I use, I guess. Okay, just scraping all the goods out of the lid. That's the other one I was thinking, is maybe I need one of those. A molcajete, is that how you say it? Is the like nice Mexican big mortar and pestle? I'm in. Yeah, time to get a big one. This does look like a lot of rub. So I'm only going to take or pour a bit at a time. And I might actually like brush it on throughout the cook. And what I think I'm actually going to do is do the underside first. So this has already been sitting with coconut oil, tamarind concentrate, and salt. And a little bit of fish sauce on it. Dust, you found a prime New York strip at the store today. And you got it? It was $13, but you didn't even care. Yes, dude, treat yourself. I'm just gonna go in with my hands. Okay, this actually like is feeling different, the duck already. Just with the tamarind on it. It's kind of like softened up everything. I'm not just saying that. I can feel it. So we want it in all of the crevices. Beautiful. And now I'm just gonna flip that. Do the other side. Yeah, it relaxed it, exactly. That's totally how it feels, Greek. I think we'll have some extra rub, which is not a bad thing. So let me ask you guys this. Now that we have this spatchcocked, should we put it on the grill skin side up?
Yeah.
Or skin side down?
Up.
Up?
Yeah.
And then just maybe brown it afterwards if the skin is not?
Yeah. So the fat melts into it. Now it just falls off.
Sam says skin side up so the fat starts melting into the duck as it cooks instead of just cooking and dripping into the fire. That does make sense. Get underneath this part of the leg bone as well. That looks really good. Quick little wash up and then we're heading outside. Look at this duck on the grill.
Yeah!
Bune! How are you? chimkin in the shape of a heart? Yeah, duck in the shape of a heart, actually. Yeah, exactly, Karmic Bob. So cook it skin up on the charcoal grill or charcoal oven is what we're basically set up out there. And then we could always broil it afterwards to crisp it up if we're not happy with it. It's a bird, and bird skin has a lot of fat. That much fat over fire causes flare-ups. Yes, that too. The spatchcocking? Yeah, the chef gods invented the salamander. I wish I had one of those in our house. The Sally? Oh man. Did we sneak a drip tray underneath there yet?
I haven't yet, no. Would you like one?
I mean, we can try. We can try to get some juices. Whether we get something, I am not sure. Hi. Duck.
That's so good. It's a big duck for $10 or $12.
12 bucks. Strip pan on. Now what are you doing? He's taking a picture of the duck.
You got 30 hands?
Yeah,
Let me get the duck on.
I need the grill grate on.
Oh yeah.
Hello?
I gotta take a photo of the duck.
Hello?
There you go.
You almost got your head taken off.
So we want breasts to the back?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are happy sounds. I think that's good.
Yep.
There's a big caterpillar right there.
Ew.
Holy. Sizzle, sizzle. Yeah, the whole duck was only $12. I know. Frederick, thank you for the follow. Boobies in the back seat. Okay, so honestly, that was the hardest part of stream today. Hardest part, done. I'm gonna wash my hands up now. And well, we're gonna make a little bit of dessert. We're gonna make some Rice Krispie squares. We got a little bit of time to kill now. Bowl smoking intensifies. Yeah, that was mom. That was mom. They're outside gardening, doing some stuff. Also gotta put this guy away. It's time for wine or beer? I haven't even had coffee yet.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm having.
What's happening?
Having coffee.
No, we have to have wine now.
Oh man,
Late for coffee.
it's too late for coffee?
You're like 2 o'clock in the
I'm
afternoon.
like half asleep though. It's okay, we'll do wine instead. Twist my arm, guys. a rigmarole rosé. Coffee time is anytime. I mean, that's what I thought. But Sam knows me. It's like, if I start drinking coffee now, I probably won't fall asleep later. As much as I love coffee, we missed our window. So, well, we get this instead.
I need you to be awake in the morning so I can have a nap.
What? Okay, listen to this description. Yeah, a chilled rosé. I think that's what I'm gonna do, Daff. That sounds so great. Is we'll drink some wine, then we'll eat our duck lunch, and then I'm gonna have a nap. This says, our rigmarole rosé menagerie of what else? Pink dolphins and flamingos. What? Is chock full of the fanciful and big on the outlandish. What makes them pink? Well, food and physiology actually, but that matters less than the delicious aromatic pink wine that they inspire. A blend of varietals led by Pinot Noir, but also including Merlot and Shiraz, mingle so perfectly in our wonderfully engaging dry style rosé wine. What a mouthful. That's a description. It's actually a winery in Oliver in BC, so Vancouver. This will be closer to you, Greek. You're sober? That's amazing. Congratulations. I mean, I've always thought that, yeah, if I get to that point too, that's like a lot of strength that you can show if you're a sober person. Maybe one day. Let's try this though. An interesting blend, yes. I'm intrigued. I like the color of it. That's really nice. This bottle, I think it costs $13. The lady said it was on sale when we got it last weekend. Because this is the way that we're doing liquor stores here right now. I don't know about you guys, but our store, we can't walk into it. They have like a door at the front with glass on it, and we just kind of tell them what to get us. I was like, just pick a rosé that's like under $13. And she's like, how about this one that's on sale? I was like, okay. That's gonna be so good with the duck. It's not super sweet. It's almost got like an effervescence in the back, in like your throat. Really good. Super like fruity as well. Not like berry flavors though. Maybe more like stone fruit flavors. Okay, so I'm hoping that everyone in chat at some point in their life has had a Rice Krispie square. But if not, well, I'm here today to show you how to make them because they are so easy. And yeah, honestly, one of my like favorite childhood snacks. It always brings me back. You love them, but they don't love you? No. Yeah, the OG recipe. Have we ever made them with Fruit Loops? Not Fruit Loops. Oh, that's what we're doing today. We're gonna do Rice Krispie Cinnamon Toast Crunch Squares. Yep. I remember, it's all coming back now. Best cereal? Yeah. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Where'd my Krispies go? Boom. It is my favorite cereal. Hands down. There's that. What else? I've also done cereal crispy squares with corn flakes, and that was really good. We're clearing out the pantry. Get all the marshmallows. We got a bag of a little bit hard ones, but the other bag is good. Yeah, we are. You've had chocolate Rice Krispie squares. I can see those being so good, Vune. I have done before like a plain Rice Krispie square with a chocolate drizzle on top. That's so nice. Do I know Boring Cool? I feel like someone's asked me about this dish before. Boring Cool. It's very tasty. I need to look this up. Yeah, Stampot. It's a kale hash? What? We could definitely make that when the kale starts growing. Yeah, and then you'll go right out after the stream is over, get the ingredients, and make some crispy treats. Make Boring Cool great again? Let's do it, guys. I'm in. Golden Grams beat out Cinnamon Toast Crunch by a narrow margin. What's the other one? Yeah, it's Golden Grams. I was thinking Shreddies, but I was like, that's not right. It's a snack being sold in Germany and it's quite popular. Let me see this. Ooh. Okay, that is like way different than what I'm making. Yeah, so we have those here in North America and they're called Crunch Bars, the chocolate bar. So good though. Yeah, Rice Krispies and chocolate. Okay, what do we need? So the original Rice Krispie Treats recipe. This classic, delicious snack has been making memories for kids and parents alike for generations. I'm intrigued to know how long these have been made. There we go. Rice Krispie treats were invented in 1939 by Melita Jensen and Mildred Day at the Kellogg Company Home Ec Department as a fundraiser for Campfire Girls, so like Girl Guides. What?
For a second, you need to come out here, get the mic out here, and just listen to the sounds.
We need to listen to the sounds.
Of this stuff right now.
Can I say something, please? You have your own microphone.
I know, but you need to listen to these sounds.
We're learning stuff right now. Kellogg's began to commercially produce plain and chocolate-based treats under the trademark brand names of Rice Krispie Treats. So since 1939, guys. But they didn't start to make and market the treats until 1995. So I was like 4 years old. Makes sense. Okay, Sam says we have to stop and head outside so we can listen to the sounds coming out of the grill. Just turn on his mic.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in. Hoju! Yeah, the sizzling. I heard you picked up Sammy's wedding dress. Can't wait to see his stems in it. Oh my. Thanks, Hoju, for the 14 months, dude. Aw, all of my Vancouver peeps. We can be together soon.
It smells so good out there.
That duck fat sizzling. Boring cool sounds delicious. It actually does sound good. I can see why you guys want to make it cool again. Make boring cool cool again. Okay, so obviously it's been made with Rice Krispies, these treats, for forever, but there's no one saying that we can't switch out our cereal to whatever we want. So we're gonna play around today.
Are you doing a Cinnamon Toast Crunch? It is so good with Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's not even funny.
Where'd you have that?
I've made it kind of before.
Did you know me?
No.
Good. It's like, I don't remember this.
No. I've never made it for you.
Hoju, how was your weekend? So we need 3 tablespoons of butter. And then either 10 ounces of like the big marshmallows or 4 cups of the mini jet puffed marshmallows. And then we need 6 cups of cereal. I'm also gonna set a timer right now for that duck. I'm gonna do half an hour from this point. We'll just take a peek at it. Okay, really, really basic recipe. We can make this in the microwave if we want, but I'm gonna do it in a pot on the stove with you guys. So start by melting the butter, and then I don't know what he's doing out there. And then we'll add our marshmallows and melt those into the butter. And then all we do is stir into the cereal. Good to go. Press that into a 13 by 9 by 2 inch pan. So a big old Pyrex pan. I think I have a square and a rectangle that we have to use today instead. Honestly, it's like, just don't ask. He was hammering the score bars. I'm gonna assume that he wants this on top or something, but I don't think we're gonna do that. Why do we need cinnamon toast and score?
I don't know.
This is crazy. Okay, we'll see. We'll see if I feel like doing chocolate toffee. He's crazy. Yeah, is Sam fighting himself? Up to no good over there. Okay, so we do need a pretty big pot to make these. This is one thing I always remember from a kid, is you start with this big old pot with like not much in it, and then once you pour the cereal in, it's like trying to stir this massive cauldron. I know, why would you even do that to the score bar? Craziness. Okay, I'm getting the butter out, and I'll get our pan on a medium heat. Hello, nice clean pot. And then after we do our dessert, we can go outside. We can pick a couple of lettuce leaves or greens from the garden, because the Balinese duck gets served as lettuce wraps with like rice and veggies. Super good. Maybe score half. I'm in. And that way, if I'm like, I don't really know if I like it with score, then Sam can have the rest of the score. So that's what he's saying. He says, hey, that's what I'm saying.
You don't have to do all of it.
So I'm making 1 pan of each then.
Are you doing Rice Krispie squares? And then
Duck.
Are you doing cinnamon squares? Or are you doing kind of both mixed together?
I was doing both. Score bits on popcorn. That's what Hoju says. Sam's face right now.
If you did caramel popcorn and then toss score bits into it, that'd be deadly.
Yeah. Okay, 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Sounds like Sammy's got a score. Touch more. That duck's just giving her out there, hey? Just sizzling away. I'm so excited for that. Melting. Maybe I'll switch it to this one. Melting. No, that one's good. Use the whole block. No, because then we'll have like soggy crispies. As much as we love butter, we can't add too much here. Sadly, there is a limit.
Thanks.
What else? I've also added like dried cherries to the cornflake squares that I made. That was so good that time. Coconut flakes is good too. He's not gonna make it waiting on duck. No, that's why I had to make some desserts. Some treats. Okay, so I'm gonna do half and half. So 3 cups of each.
Time on the duck.
An hour and an hour and a half, it said.
Okay.
In between there. I think that sounds about right.
I'm hovering around 300 right now, so it's a little lower, so it might take a little longer, but you'll have a better outcome.
Yeah. It takes time and patience to grow the plants. It does, yeah. It's a bit of an undertaking of sorts. I know what I'm gonna do. Just gonna like measure out this cereal into the pans and then just pour it into the pot. Oh. Don't even ask me about my oven drawer on the bottom. Don't talk to me about my bottom oven drawer, guys. Okay, so the only thing we got to do to our pans, so instead of one big 13x9, I got these 2 separate ones because Zach has my other one. We made him a Nutter Butter lasagna. If you guys want to look that up. Someone that likes chocolate and peanut butter, that's for you. Working on a gumbo. Nice, Karmic Bob. I love gumbos. Do some fried okra on top of that. Yes. Okay, so just a little spritz with non-stick after we measure the cereal into here. You love Nutter Butter? I just had my first Nutter Butter experience like a week ago. And I also love Nutter Butter. You guys should see Sam's face outside. He keeps peeking at the duck. Cheese pizza. You were a licensed grower in Michigan for over 5 years? The things that we learn. Sam didn't hear that one. But he would be happy. Cheese.
What?
5 years.
What?
Yeah, no peeking. Thank you. Yeah, Nutter Butter lasagna. Look that up. Zach was like, well, I want this. And Sam's like, what? So we looked it up. Zach's like, oh, you actually made it? Like, he didn't think that there was a recipe for it. It does exist. It's like layers of Nutter Butter cookies and like vanilla pudding and whipped cream and like Reese's Pieces bits. Oh, I can go on. I'm pretty sure the whole Pyrex pan weighed about 10 pounds when we were done. Deep fried Nutter Butters. Yes, I can see that. That's so cool, Bonkman. Yeah, we don't have any seeds. I don't know if we're gonna attempt to grow any this year. Okay, 3 cups of our Toast. Sammy says he is. It looks decadent. It was so heavy. I don't even know if they finished it yet, the lasagna.
Whoa. You use that in a sauce or something afterwards?
Yeah, because it doesn't really look like it's cooking off
Nope.
of it at all.
Nope.
Yeah.
Go look at it real quick. Just look up-
Do we want to look at the duck?
Yeah.
Guys, let's peek at the duck since Sam just peeked anyways. And then we won't peek for like another 25 minutes. That's fair cheese. That's so fair, man. Yeah, Pekin duck. So Sam says the grill is cooking away at like closer to 300 than 350. But it looks pretty proper to me. Okay, so we melted our butter. Now we have to measure out 4 cups of mini marshmallows. Yeah, share knowledge in a more private setting, exactly. Sam is so happy right now. Just a smile on his face. You might be seeing Sammy in your DM. You can't have the cereal that I'm making us squares with.
Why?
Why?
I don't want Fruit Loops right now.
Oh, he's not feeling Fruit Loops. Okay. He's doubling it up on the Toast Crunch.
You want Fruit Loops right now? No. So.
Can I also ask this question? Has anyone ever made a brown butter crispy square? Sam has not. Why not?
I don't know.
I mean, brown butter is always better though. Should we just use up the rest? Probably.
Yeah.
Because they're just gonna sit there and go hard.
Yep.
Yes, Annie. No, but I've watched you make brown butter. Does that count? Yeah, I'll take it. I actually need to shut that light off for you guys. We'll do like semi-browned butter just to see. Okay, there we go. Pour in those mallows. And what do we think? Do we need a little touch of vanilla?
Always.
Always a touch of vanilla. This is a Kate and Sam crispy. This ain't no original Kellogg's. A teaspoon or so. Excuse me. Just turn over. I have like the garbage sitting out of the cupboard beside me. The dog's head's just like in it.
Just spilling.
Excuse me.
Flush your spilling. Just sprinkle it.
And a sprinkle of salt. Yes, good one. We got to balance out the sweetness. Turn that on a lower heat. Pinch of salt. Especially since we are doing Toast Crunch. There's a bit more sugar in that cereal compared to Rice Krispie. Melting, melting. Nike, went to the store today to nab an ingredient you forgot because you don't like getting out much, but you did see your store sells the butter. Ghee, nice. 8 ounces is 12 bucks. Ooh. This is what Sammy brought out. You want some flaked salt on top? Ghee is so expensive though.
Take like 4 pounds of butter every year.
We're almost there. It's like a good little layer on the bottom of this pot. What's going on here? My marshmallow is just like cooking on. Nah, it's good. It's so magical looking to me. Yeah, you guys are into the flaked salt? Okay. And then I'll tag our little local salt makers, Salt West, when we post them. Nike, you just want your own garden? Yeah, it's so nice. Epperly, you found the ghee pretty reasonably priced in Chicago at the Indian markets. Yeah, that's probably a better place to buy it. Like, we don't even have something like that here. Like, we don't have an Indian market. Yeah, salt with chocolate or caramel.
Pretty sure we do. Like we have an Indian store here.
But it's like really small.
They might have what she wants though.
That's true.
There's also an African store here.
Yeah. Those might have been the really rock hard marshmallows that I added that are taking a bit to melt. A little before you figured out you can't have a lot of sugar, you were in love with sea salt caramel. Yep, that's one of Sam's favorites. Greek, you live 15 minutes away from the Punjabi market on Main and Marine. Oh man. Yeah, one thing I miss about Vancouver, so many different places to like shop and stuff. Okay, I think this is good. Turn that off. Let's come on over here. We got our melted marshmallows, butter, vanilla, and salt. We have Rice Krispies and Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Ta-da! Stir, stir, stir. The warm cinnamon like smell. What? I love the way it starts going like webby like this. My favorite. This could have honestly been One of the first things that really got me into the kitchen
Like, the only part of the work I see
was bringing me back right now, watching all the webs. Okay, quick spritz on both of our pans. We'll pour our mixture in. So just a non-stick canola spray.
Posh is sitting on the small salad table up there. It's just overlooking everything.
You should take a photo. Sticky icky. Okay, now divvy it up the best that you can. I think I'm gonna go a little bit thinner so we can get the 2 pans. What's this? We're making some Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Rice Krispie cereal marshmallow squares. And I mean, you guys probably know that once you get the marshmallows mixed in, you don't have a ton of time to pour it into the pan. Yeah, I would always stir the stuff and then we'd have to switch and I'd have to get like one of my parents to pour the stuff into the pan. I remember that. We're playing today. Oh, like that's my favorite. Just what? Get off. Okay, how should I press this down? I don't want it to stick to my spoon. Honestly, I'm just gonna use my hands. And so as this cools off, it'll harden up and then we'll be able to cut nice little squares out of it.
So Posh kept on tripping on this step because of the inch and a half difference in height.
Yeah,
Normal step is.
yeah. And so he's fixing it.
He's fixing it.
Nom 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 nom.
It's time.
Okay, for Sammy's. Yeah, we could always put them in the freezer. Or we could also just not wait at all for it to harden up and just eat it while it's still soft and gooey, because that's also fun. Yeah, we are having some great time together today, guys.
Love the face tracking. Oh, there's Caitlin.
This is what Sammy wanted. He said, can I please have some score? I guess I'll just eat that one. Oh, it's not broken enough. Had to eat it. Oh, I forgot I burnt the top of my mouth. Just crush that all off. Scooter Beach, how are you?
Every set of stairs from the top down is wrong.
was really fortunate to actually get a tour of where this company makes all their salt. It's local here. It's like, I think it's a 15-minute drive away. Very, very cool though to see how salt is made, and they even sun dry some of it. That was kind of when I first started streaming. Just trying to meet all of the awesome people in our local community. Flake salt. Just got back from driving from the butcher and now making ice cream. Nice. Did you get anything exciting from the butcher? Fleur de sel. Thank you for the host. Okay, guys. While this sets up, we're gonna pop outside real quick and pick a couple of salad greens for our lettuce wraps for the duck. We are also going to pick a couple of radishes today, first pick of the season. You're mostly lurking today, Vune? No problem, my dude. No problem. We're just chilling. We're chugging right along. Oh, actually, there's only 4 minutes left on the timer for the duck. I think I want to do a quick little temp check on it just to see what it's sitting at in there, and then we can redo our timer. Should be around the halfway mark or so at this point. And then, yeah, we'll reset that timer and then start getting the rest of our meal together. They were out of pork belly, so you have to go back next week. Yeah, we got shorted on chuck. Got some pork roast to make ground pork, yum, and short ribs for the holiday. You guys have a long weekend this weekend? Okay, gonna quickly pop outside. See what temp we're at.
Really try to pick up
What?
thick spice.
Ooh, I think we have all the spices to make it though.
Okay.
We have mustard seed and all that. Okay, just a little burpee.
Yep.
Wow. I'm actually gonna do the breast. Yeah, that's at like 145. But that's fine. That's totally, totally fine. Legs sitting at 176. So it's definitely already fully cooked. But what we're doing at this lower temperature is we're slowly breaking down the connective tissue in the legs here as well. So just because it's well done temperature does not mean it's gonna start drying out at all. So I think we should let that go for a little bit more, for sure. But I love how that's rendering out already. Holy guys. Like what even though? What is that? Sweet Jeebus. D-Lan, no, we gotta have some vegetables too. It's all about balance. Okay, I'm gonna switch off this camera. Come over here. Oh. Look at this bed. Actually, just look at everything this week already. It's massive. Look at those tomatoes in the middle. So we're gonna be picking from mainly the first 2 rows here. Again, we'll try and get the biggest leaves possible. Don't be jealous, Scooter Beach. You know what? I'm just happy that you are starting your own garden, right? That's awesome. I think my paring knife is actually out there. Just gonna grab a little basket. So yes, Dongs for the is Sam and my dad are the ones that built these raised beds, and they are self-watering. So the bottom part there's about half a foot where there's a pond liner in there, and there's some piping where obviously the water, when it rains and stuff, it drips into the bed. And then you can see that little black spout there just kind of in the middle of the screen. So when it gets really dry, kind of around July, August here, we don't get a ton of rain, is we can fill up the beds there, and then it fills from the bottom. And so everything comes from the bottom up, but there's also spouts on the side where it can let the extra water go so it doesn't stay too wet. Nice, prep done, Karmic Bob. Yeah, hi Mom, hi Dad. Yeah, excellent roots close to the water line. So we have all of our greens in this bed here. So we have salad greens, spinach, as well as kale, because this is actually the shortest bed out of all 3. And so then we grow our root vegetables and stuff in the deeper beds. Just my paring knife, please.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, there's a little planter here now. Okay, so instead of us just like cutting off each head of lettuce like you would typically get in the store, I like to keep them growing for the most part of the summer, and then we just pick the outer leaves. So I don't really even need a knife. And then all of the outer leaves are gonna be the biggest ones. And then we want the biggest leaves today because we're gonna be wrapping our food with the lettuce. Yeah, don't forget to save some stuff for the doggo. She definitely doesn't eat lettuce, so I know we're good here. But she does love radish. And this is the thing, my friends, is the more you harvest from your garden, the better it will grow. So the people that try to like overgrow everything really, really big, they're actually not getting the best result. Yeah, she's a cabbage dog also. Thank you, Karmic Bob. Yeah, we are very proud of this garden, and we're so happy to be able to have these amazing vegetables to pick from. This is like seriously contributes to my happiness every year, is just spending a little bit of time outside each day to take care of this. Yeah, it's only the initial setup of the garden that's the hard part, a couple weeks worth. And then after that, you just kind of pick from it and make sure there's no like bugs eating your stuff. Another tip that I learned when I was volunteering at an organic farm here is we should actually be picking all of our vegetables in the morning, not when the sun is like directly on them. But sometimes we can't help it, right?
So do you want the breast
I don't know. I'm kind of thinking we should take that off soon and just let it start to rest.
So you
And
wanna-
then maybe I'll broil it.
You want to just broil it?
I was thinking. What do we feel? Unless we just quickly watch it for flare-ups on the grill.
I can.
We're talking about the duck right now, guys. Sam's asking me what we're thinking of doing. Has anyone ever done a lettuce wrap with a spinach leaf? Because, yeah, baby spinach in the store, this is actually how big it grows. We can do a lettuce wrap today with this as well.
That's amazing.
That's actually how big spinach is supposed to grow. Iceman Virginia, thank you for the follow. Yeah, the tire potato planters. So this is our first year trying those, but I think everything's really happy. My problem insect is either like white moths or slugs. Make a ahi tuna Asian baby spinach wrap with wasabi dressing. Yeah. Guys, that sounds so good. Okay, a couple more leaves and then I think we're good. This one's kind of curly, but I think it'll work anyways. So I think these heads of lettuce and everything else probably grow for like another month at least before they start trying to go to seed, and then we'll take them out, plant a couple new ones as well. Okay, now we can come over here and we'll get a couple radishes, Sammy. And then they'll also see, so as well as insects, we get rats here and they try and eat our stuff. So there's been, actually every single year, we've caught one rat. The first year it ate our beets. Last year it tried to eat our carrots, and this year they're trying to go after our radishes. So they kind of just like nibble around the top. So we got the big old trap in there with a dollop of peanut butter to try and save it. See if we can get a bit closer. So I have 4 rows of radishes here. So this is kind of our root vegetable bed. Once the radishes come out, we have carrots that we've already seeded. So there's 1 row here, and then all of the other rows of carrots have already been seeded in the middle, because these radishes will be done in about a week or so. And then we got carrots growing for the rest of the summer. So easy to pick radishes. So I think I'll try and pick from the center here, because this row looks pretty thinned out. Also, like radish leaves have little spikies on them. So one thing I found when I was volunteering at the farm is when we would do like a big radish pick is I would get hives. So I'm gonna kind of test this today, but sometimes the leaves when I pick the radishes, they give me hives. So just be aware of that. If you're ever picking radishes and afterwards you're really itchy, that could be why. But I think the key is just to try to not really touch the leaves. And so then our variety that we like to grow is a French breakfast radish. So they're longer and skinnier. And we really do want to still look for the biggest ones to pick out first. There's one of my pests. I don't know if you'll focus on it. There's a baby slug on there though. You see him right here? The worst. Anyone in chat ever have like radish pickles? So good. Do a couple more and then we're good. I know Sam doesn't love radish, but I know that he does prefer the stuff from the garden more than the stuff from the store. And Sam also grew up gardening with his mom, so he does know a lot about this too, but he just kind of leaves me to really enjoy doing it. He can do other things. Yeah, there's a big one. Awesome. That was like a good little pick. Tee-hee. So happy, guys. I think it's smelling like it's duck time, hey? Like I just need to put a pot of rice on and get the rest of this stuff going. He looks like a little booger. Yeah, flick it off. We got that slug. Who's this? I don't know if I'll get it as close.
What?
Okay. We're good?
Yeah. You good? Smells really good.
I think we're good, guys. Let's get into it. Yeah, that is very nice. Nothing in the drip pan except duck fat, right?
Yep.
Okay. Duck in the sunshine, a Balinese charcoal roasted duck. Okay, I'm bringing it inside, guys, as well as our veggies. It's a big ass duck.
No,
There's drippings? Yes, there is. Lord have mercy. Yeah, is it duck season or wabbit season? Juices?
you good outside?
I just need to grab the bunch of radishes. What are we gonna do with the drippings? Yeah, I was thinking maybe make a sauce.
Oh, there's kitchen gardening right now, so let's see the bed. It's Sherry.
Oh, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Hey, Sherry.
We got neighbors. Neighbor ladies. The lady that bought the old house that we used to live in. We're still friends. Okay, here it is, guys. The bounties of the garden. See? You can see where they're munching right there. You gotta get it before the bugs and pests do. How spicy are those? So they're actually not. Is the French breakfast radishes are less spicy than like the really nice little round ones. That's why we plant those ones. They're more juicy than spicy. You'd like to cook a goose. You can't find any though. Come to Canada. I'll just show you right down to the campground over here. It's where they're all chilling right now. Roasted radishes are so good. Expert knife handler. Okay, so we got all of our greens for our lettuce wraps. We're gonna wash those up. But first, since we already took the duck off and it's resting for a bit, let's get our rice on. The rice can cook while we prep the rest of our veggies. Not a lot of time to go now, friends. We made it. We made it through. I always just cook 1 cup of rice for Sam and I, too. So we'll boil it, a nice fluffy rice. And I'm not gonna tent the duck because I actually would like to try and like crisp up the skin just a bit more under the broiler right before we serve it. So I'm not gonna tent this because we will be reheating it. After seeing that duck, your wife is picking you up a Philly cheesesteak sandwich. I expect nothing else, Daff. Just blame us, right? It's like it's Kate and Sam's fault. You eat hot sauce every day, Trev. Frank's Hot, Cholula, jalapeno. It makes everything better. It does. I love hot sauce. Oh, also this week, we had a tornado. I forgot to tell you guys that. First tornado in Canada, and it happens to be here on the island where we don't get thunderstorms. Yeah, my dad was like 4 blocks away from it. It flew a trampoline like 40 feet in the air. Pretty nuts. Yeah, in Saanich, exactly, Flower. Yeah, my dad was like working right there, so we phoned him. We're like, are you good? Yeah, on the island. So apparently we got this like crazy front from Alberta where they get lots of thunderstorms. I grew up with that. And somehow it just happened to hit here. So cool. It was cray. So cray. Because Sam and I were talking that day that it happened. We were watching the clouds. We're like, those are not good clouds. Not surprised that that did happen. But no one was hurt or anything. It was just a really quick one. El Yucateco Black Label Reserve is the best hot sauce. That sounds really fancy. It looks just like the Wizard of Oz. Yes. Yes. They're just cooking clouds. Okay, 1 cup of jasmine rice, and then we'll toast it up before we add our water to it. And that way we have nutty, fluffy rice. You guys know the one. Get that on the burner. I will put it on a medium-high heat to get it started. And so, 1 cup of rice kernels, 2 cups of water. I'm gonna add just a pinch of salt as well to the rice when we add the water, just to make sure it's seasoned through. And then while we're toasting up The rice kernels, we just want to be stirring it every couple of minutes as well. And that way we get a nice even toast. And you know that it's toasting because the rice is gonna go from like kind of more translucent looking to more like opaque white. You're gonna be like, oh, those kernels are toasting up. So when it looks like about half of the rice is toasted, we can add our water. You just want to drive to work in the morning looking at the mountains, drive home looking at the mountains. Something about it in the air is so nice. It's nice. I mean, almost every day and night is like when we're driving home, it's like, wow, Sam, like look at the mountains. I'm pretty sure I said it this week to him. A meal kit that had you add ginger to the rice while it cooked and now you just always do it. Yeah, plus ginger is good for you too. This duck should for sure feed 4 people, maybe 6. Nelson and Creston area, BC is so beautiful. So like I grew up in Edmonton for 23 years, but in the summers when I was young, we would come out to the Okanagan flower. So that's kind of what drew me to BC, I think. I'm gonna get this rinsing with a bit of cold water while our rice is toasting. And we'll start making our little tray of Balinese goodies. And then we spin our lettuce to get all the water off. Yeah, the Okanagan, honestly, so hot, hey? Just roasting. There was one year, literally burnt my eyeball. I had a bubble like on my eyeball because it was so hot. I think I was like probably sitting on the water all day or something. Such a weird feeling though. Can't wait to try our dessert. I'm like peeking at it, but now that the duck's ready, I'm not gonna go into dessert. A bubble, yeah. So like I burnt my eyeball. I have super sensitive eyes. Blistered the cornea, I guess is that what you call it? Where I had like a little air bubble just like on the front part of my eye. It didn't take very long for it to heal though, like a couple days, and it just kind of like sucked back in. Yeah, it didn't hurt either. It just always felt like there was something like in the corner of my eye. It's like, this is odd. This is a first. Yeah, wear sunglasses, my friends. Those UV rays will get ya. Rice is almost ready for some water. Bonkman knows. I need to look it up. A pathological condition? I don't think that's what I have. That's definitely not it. Yeah, it was not that serious. So whenever I am presenting something like lettuce wraps, I always like to present it kind of on a platter so that you can choose what you want to put into your lettuce wrap. Before we start assembling, one last stir on our rice. Two cups of water. A pinch of salt. And then the lid. Beautiful. And then that's just gonna come up to a simmer. Yeah, it was on the white part of my eye. It was like kind of like in the corner. Look at how brown the duck is. I know. Yeah, there's your like duck view. Okay. Just washed up our greens that we picked from the garden. So now let's start laying them out. These are really nice sized. And so another way I saw people, because typically when we do a lettuce wrap, we kind of fold it this way, like a taco, right? But I've seen people that have started to roll it this opposite way, this way. And it actually makes so much more sense. So we're gonna try that instead. Just kind of fan out our greens. Commonly called surfer's eye. Yep, that's totally what it was. It's from a day where I was just like sitting out on the water on a floaty for like many, many hours. Garden greens, so good. Food prawn, like it's so green. Okay, so quick note on what we're making. So the dish is called, in Balinese, it's called Bebek Betutu. So fun to say as well. Like, make this with your kids. Today, guys, we're making Bebek Betutu. Okay. Yeah, only like one little leaf here had slug bites, but we're doing good so far, flour. You know the struggle. Yeah, hey Bebek Betutu. So an Indonesian Balinese dish of steamed or roasted chicken or duck, guys, take note on that. Highly seasoned and spiced dish is a popular dish in Bali and Lombok in Indonesia. I've actually been to both of those islands. So beautiful, wow. Never actually had this though. An even spicier version is available using extra spicy sauce made from an uncooked raw onion slices mixed with red chilies and coconut oil. Holy, just onion, chili, and oil. So betutu is a richly spiced Balinese poultry dish, often called, according to its main ingredients, ayam betutu, which means chicken, and then the bebek is the duck version. Traditionally found on the menu of like luxury hotels or restaurants in Bali and super popular among tourists. Nike. Thanks, Trev. The term betutu is the word for the spice mixture that we rubbed on the outside of the duck. So shallot, garlic, turmeric, ginger. What else? Candle nuts, chili peppers, shrimp paste. And it says, so they actually saute that in the coconut oil, kind of like an East Indian way of where we're like cooking the spices with oil. So they sauteed the rub before putting it on the duck. And what that would do is even concentrate the flavor further, right? Our duck just came up, or our rice just came up. Duck's up too, though. So this is typically served, like I'm saying, as a lettuce wrap. And then honestly, like the vegetable sides in Southeast Asia is typically just slices of cucumber and slices of tomato and maybe a touch of like lettuce. That's it that you typically find for vegetables on the side, but we're gonna put a few extras. Like I think we should julienne up some carrot, maybe slice up our radishes from the garden. Do what you have around, right? Cook with the season. So what I'm gonna do with the radishes is we can eat the greens as they're okay. Sauteed, they're definitely not my favorite. So choose whatever you want. So I'm gonna start by taking off all the greens and then obviously we will rinse off all the dirt. I'm gonna just toss the greens outside. Yeah, carrot, radish, cucumber, tomato slices. We're not gonna eat all of these radishes today, but I did pick a bunch for us to munch on during the week. Has anyone in chat had radishes roasted before? Because that is also such a good way of eating radishes. You've never. I would suggest trying it, honestly. I know it sounds weird, but it's not really. I think I'm just gonna rinse these guys in the salad spinner too. And then obviously take all the dirt off of the cutting board. THS 420, thanks for the follow. Never put wood in the dishwasher. Nope. Definitely not. Yeah, I always wash that by hand. Oh, also guys, I don't know if you noticed, but they sent us the new handle for our tap over here, so we don't have to have the cloth tied around it anymore. It doesn't leak now. So yay, Kraus. There's a reason you buy things with good warranty. So clean. Nike, thank you, sir, for continuing the gift sub you got from the Real Magic Cookie. How would you go about roasting the radishes? Just put them under the broiler? You do have that option, but typically I actually pan roast them. So depending on the size of your radish, you can either leave it whole or slice it in half, and then just some nice hot oil and put your radishes in there, salt and pepper, and then it only takes like about 5 minutes to cook them. It's a pretty quick cook time. And then the oil kind of makes them blister up and stuff. It's so good. So yeah, you get this blistered like radish skin. It gets a bit sweeter and less like bitter and peppery. And then the inside just like bursts with juices when you bite into it. Almost done back there. Take the biggest ones. Okay, let's clean those up. I'm just gonna slice our little root off. Gonna eat one. Yeah, these ones, not super peppery, but so juicy. Garlic butter would be even better. So I'm just doing nice thin rounds. And we'll just lay that out somewhere, anywhere. Probably tuck it up close with the lettuce because the duck is going to be sitting all up on this part of the tray. Checking on our rice back here. Awesome. So all the liquid's cooked out and the bottom is dry. So just put a lid on it and then take it off of the heat. Cucumber. Ooh. What about some purple cabbage actually? I'm gonna switch the cabbage for the carrot. I'm also turning on broiler. Yeah, radishes are very versatile, hey? Yeah, extra crunch factor, exactly. We love that crunch. It's not like the most beautiful cabbage, but that's why I want to use it up. I'm gonna go from this side. I'm just gonna shave a little bit off where it's kind of dried out and oxidized. And then let's just do nice thin slices. So I'll just really try and shave it. So I think having the cabbage delicate here is really important. And then this will be nice because it'll kind of go along the whole length of the lettuce wrap. Oh, that's so nice and sweet too. Yum. Doggo scraps. Next, couple, I'll do a little bit thinner pieces of cucumber. I mean, typically you'll find rounds on your plate, but that's hard to eat in a lettuce wrap, right? Let's just cut this in half. And actually, I think like a half moon would be nice. So nice thin slices again. And then our tomato. So many colors. Who needs a mandolin? Yeah, when you got a sharp French knife. And even, I'm just gonna be honest, this thing's not actually as sharp as it should be. I'm calling myself out, because honestly, I need to sharpen it. Okay, same thing, I think with the tomato. We'll go in half. And maybe come back this way. Yeah, can you tell it needs sharpening when it can't cut through the tomato? You spoke too soon. But actually, serrated knives work so much better for tomatoes. Yum. Okay, let's see how this is looking. Show you guys what we've assembled so far. I know, Bonkman. Seriously, call me out. Because that's the only way I'll actually do it. If you guys start making me feel bad. What is wrong with me? All right. So our rice is done. Next step, I'm just gonna put our duck under the broiler. Also gonna just a little taste of this dripping. I don't think I'm gonna use the duck drippings. Doesn't have like a ton of good flavor. There we are. Look at the juices. So not like really clear juice is coming out, but this is why we let it rest for as long as we did. So that's going to be going right under the broiler. Hopefully crisp up the skin just a bit more. And then we're also just getting like a nice little reheat on it. Yeah, correct that cutting edge now. Get my steel. Because even just like that little bit honestly helps. Such nice color, yeah. Okay, just need to bring my oven rack up. What would you guys use as a sauce for this? Because it didn't really say anything. Peanut sauce. Actually, I have some in the fridge that I've been saving for literally this. Literally, I have 2 renditions. So 1, 2. Yes. So I'll just mix those up. I think one was like a Thai one and one was like a Vietnamese one, but same. And then we also still had a bit of nuoc sham too, if we needed to like loosen up our peanut sauces. Do a little green dish today. I've not used this one yet, I don't think. And well, I'm just gonna pop this open so I can listen to the duck. And actually, I can't walk away now. She can't walk away. Just because of the sugar in the rub, I can tell it's browning up pretty quickly. Just gonna turn the tray. There's a big difference between char and burnt. Do this one last side. Oh man. I think it's actually crisping up. You know when like meaty things get kind of like foamy looking? Yeah, you can hear the sizzle. Check it out. I think that's good. Actually, I'm just gonna leave this up here now. Off. The smells. The smells. I really like the color and look of this one. This one's really thick. Just gonna add that. Give it a taste. Yeah, thick. Sam has miraculously fallen asleep in this time. What, the guy has 2 sips of beer and he's out? Oh, that is a nice spicy peanut sauce. That's got a kick to it. Clearing the area a sec here. I know, how can you even fall asleep with that, right? It's too strong. Yeah, beating those score bars. See, you guys know. I don't know how juicy this is gonna be. I also don't even know if it's gonna fit on this board. She fits. The lighter the beard, the lighter weight beer drinker. Oh, Hoju. We need a knife to take this guy apart. Also, one of my favorite ways or favorite parts of doing a spatchcock bird is it's so easy to carve it up to serve to your guests because a lot of the butchering's already been done for you. Like, we've already split the breast. All we have to do is release the leg from it. I think Sam got like quite a few good photos of it in this state, so I'm not gonna worry about taking a photo now. Okay, so first step, take this leg off. Just slice in. I'm gonna try to not nick the meat. So see how I'm opening it up, and this is kind of like the hip bone. So literally should just come off like that. So I'll place that on the platter. It's already getting its juices out. Yeah, just hand you the leg thigh. Totally. The smells once I'm like opening this up too. What? Plus it is always a good sign when it like just kind of comes off of the bone. Okay, now the breast. Should be able to just slice down the center. Keyword should. Just seeing what I have to deal with there. A bit of cartilage. I think I just gotta snap this. Boom. That was the wishbone. Figuring out how I want to try and get into here. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to come in from this top side. And once we kind of get the breast started, we should basically be able to like peel it off of the rib cage. Depending on how it's cooked, this is the thing. Remember, I've never roasted a duck whole like this before. Just really trying to treat it with as much delicacy as possible. Okay, there we go. So now I have it pulling off. That's our tender pulling away. There we go. There's still juices in there, so that's a good sign. But I would say typically your duck breast is always going to be much more cooked when we're doing it in this method than the chicken or the duck leg. That looks so good though, whatever kind of meat is on there. Okay, that's that one. So now let's do the same thing with this guy. So it was really easy kind of starting up here. Just cut down until you can kind of feel the breast release. Give it a pull. Come on this side. Cut through that. Pull it. Now it released from the rib cage. Just a bone there. Did not want. Okay, now one clean cut. I'm gonna rinse off my hands and knives for a second. It's getting hard to hold on to with all the rub going everywhere. Wait, who's going into the corners? Are we fighting right now? We got some guys fighting in chat? Or are you just fighting over the duck? I just want to be sure that we don't have any cartilage from the breastbone. Just a little bit right there still. Just feel along that center. I think we're good. Okay. Start on that end. I'm just gonna try this little piece. Mmm. Mm-hmm. Super flavorful. Got the charcoal flavor. Not as juicy as I would like it, but I kind of figured that. Like, I've always been wary of cooking a duck whole, knowing that the breast is gonna be more dry than the rest of it, right? But I think, like, considering, even if I go on this end piece, first thing I'm hit with is the charcoal flavor right away. And then like the garlic and onion and ginger. And it's not spicy at all. But it's also not tough, mind you. Just because the breast is not super juicy, it's also not tough. So the skin did help keep it somewhat moist during the cook. So I had to put those chicken legs on there just on their own because they look so good. And then we'll gather up this nice sliced duck breast. So see how I lined it up? Come back with your knife. And I'm gonna try and slide it like right in here. Yeah, pickled radish. I mean, I do have some in the fridge. Okay, this is our feast. We're just missing the rice. Give you the bit of acid, or I was just thinking of like a little squirt of lime would be so good too. Okay, be right back. Just gonna wake the bear. He has awoken. Get this little bowl of rice. And we get to eat. Lime would do it. Yeah, picture before he destroys it. Now that he's awoken, we don't have much time. I was actually surprised that there was no cilantro in this dish at all. I would have totally thought that there would have been. Cookie! Thank you for the 1,000 biddies. I think he's probably gonna do that, Crimson. Okay, we got a couple of limey wedges in here now too. And I think that totally just completed the dish. I am so excited. I'm gonna turn this towards me for the photo. And then we finally get to try it. You need to eat something. I know. It's crazy how fast the time goes by and you're like, oh, I haven't eaten yet. Oops. But typically I find it like pretty hard to forget to eat. At least that's just me. Nom. You'd buy the shit out of this plate. I really want to just get into the duck leg first. My peanut sauce is like overflowing here. Ooh wee. A little too much there, Kate. Salmon? We lost him again. We lost him again. Second time's the charm. Told you he's hard to wake up. This is new, yep. So what are we feeling? I'm just like gonna get into this. Yeah, that's the fun part. Eat with our eyes and your brain tries to figure out the flavor profiles. $42.75 with a bottomless pitcher, a pop, your choice, and a dessert. Love it, Torino. Perfect pricing. My dude. The skin. Yeah, family style. I'm gonna try from this side. He's tearing it up. That's so good. It's like dripping juices. It's a little bit like not the most broken down yet, but the flavor is so good. I think we should do a little lime. So like the leg meat and stuff, obviously we'd have to try and like pull it to put it into the lettuce wrap. But now that I have this opened up, like the meat really does just pull off of the bone. And that's also why we let it rest for as long as we did. Try and pull the meat from this one that Sammy was getting into. It's good. I found some peanut sauce in the fridge. We can also tell, like, look at the, I hope this will focus, like the red kind of coloring on the meat. So that's all from the charcoal from the egg outside. Reminds you of the last time you and the kids did spring rolls with rice paper. Yeah, some salad rolls. This is a great dish to eat with kids because they can like choose their own destiny. He doesn't like it. Just send it down to Wyoming. Rice. I think I'm gonna do sauce next. And then a cabbage. And then duck. Couple of radishes.
Copra.
1 cucumber. 1 tomato. Can you imagine coconut jasmine rice? That would be so good too. Because yeah, there's coconut oil in the duck rub. The peanut sauce is spicy. Oh my god. This is why they don't serve salad rolls or lettuce wraps in restaurants. Infuse the coconut oil with herb and then do the duck? You're loco, man. Did you try any breast yet? A lot of munching and crunching. He's crushing it. While Sammy's finishing that up with you guys, just gonna try a piece of this too. Work is good. It's so busy, man. Just laughing at this guy back here. You're a good muncher, dearie. Good munching. Everyone realizing how crummy their house is while they're stuck in it. Nah, it was like kind of a backlog because for a while there, no one even wanted us in their house, right? So now we're kind of playing catch up for the next little bit. I love how we each have our own pan of squares. You used to have a place nearby that did the pork Thai lettuce cups. Yum. Listed as an appetizer. You made a meal out of them. Yeah, exactly. Azuki, thank you for the follow. Okay, so Rice Krispie Cinnamon Toast Crunch squares with a bit of flake salt and vanilla. I'm gonna cleanse my palate with a touch of wine. The pull. Crispy pull or marshmallow pull, just as satisfying as a cheese pull. Mmm. I've never seen him so excited. I'm never making Rice Krispie squares another way. It has to have cinnamon toast crunch in it now. It has to.
Golden graham is really good too.
Do you do a golden graham and a cinnamon toast crunch?
I've never did that.
Whoa. It tastes like a churro almost. It's got like the crunchy cinnamon thing going on and the creaminess. Paloozer, I am with you on that. Rice Krispies with duck fat instead of butter. I'm not even mad at that.
That'll be good.
It would be really good. The butter marshmallow cereal ratio, honestly, we just used the recipe from Kellogg's today. So what did we do? Like 3 tablespoons of butter, 6 cups of cereal, and 4 cups of mini marshmallows. That is it. So simple. You're spoiled watching, but not tortured being able to taste. I think it's more torture that you guys don't actually taste it. I really wish you could. Okay. I'm happy with how this turned out. This was our first experience cooking a whole duck outside on the big green egg over charcoal and wood. So we did an apple and maple cook on the duck. I think it took just over an hour on there, and it cooked at around 300 Fahrenheit actually the whole time. Super, super good. Like rub recipe on there is so much flavoring. What I would do next time, I think it would so benefit, is if we rubbed it the day before. Let it sit overnight and then cook the duck. And then I think that would help break down some of the connective tissue even further. Mud pie bars are better. Rice cereal, brown rice syrup, peanut butter, and chocolate. Yeah, those are like, what does your mom call those ones? Sam's mom make those at Christmas time and always sends them over. Taylor Renee, thanks for the follow. We didn't do chocolate drizzle. And I don't think it needs it, but you could. You could. Quiet diners means they're too busy eating to talk. Yeah, it's a good thing, exactly. Okay, one last time, guys. Here are the recipes that we used from today. So they give you the directions to be able to make the duck in your oven at home, just so you guys know. Oh, I don't expect you to have a charcoal grill. You can still try this. And I would recommend marinating it the day before. Whether or not we want to spatchcock it is up to you. What an awesome stream today, guys. I'm happy everything turned out. We will be back tomorrow because it's only Saturday. It was good?
Yeah.
Yes. So tomorrow, gonna be a big one on stream, is we're entering a virtual barbecue competition. Anyone can enter, as well as you guys, just so you know. So if you're interested in this, you don't have to have a charcoal grill or anything fancy like that. They have all different categories. All you gotta do is follow Route 83 Knives on Instagram. I don't know what they're giving away. Probably a knife and some other stuff. Oh, actually, one of the prizes is a Mini Max big green egg.
It's all dependent on what category.
Depending on the category you enter. So go follow Route 83 Knives if you guys are interested in this. I think it's a great way to get everyone together and spark some inspiration. So show you guys how to do a Montreal smoked meat tomorrow. So we start by doing the brine with the brisket. That'll sit for about 2 weeks before we get to smoke it actually.
It's a rub. There's no brine.
Oh, Montreal smoked meat is a dry rub, whereas pastrami is a wet rub. Sorry about that. So doing that first, as well as, yeah, 2-week brine or like dry cure, whatever you want to say it. Sam's starting at 2 a.m. Oh my gosh. Okay, I didn't know that. So beef brisket being smoked Texas style on the Big Green Egg. We like to use Franklin barbecue method. Going along with that, so the side dishes that I'm gonna make, I'm gonna do some cornmeal like dinner rolls kind of. So almost a mashup of like dinner rolls and cornbread is kind of what I'm leaning towards here for that one. With some honey butter. We'll do a classic coleslaw. Sammy was feeling that. 3 cheese macaroni. And possibly some bacon baked beans. But yeah, I'm feeling like some mac and cheese, so that's what's happening tomorrow. So when you get up at about 8 a.m.-ish, we're gonna be on? Yes. Did you miss stream? Sadly, you did today, Laughing Wolf. But don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as well, and even earlier. Has anyone popped onto Twitch today and checked out someone to raid for us? Yeah, mac and cheese, cornmeal buns, some bacon baked beans. Gonna be some good dishes. So we're doing like a smoked brisket barbecue platter again. The duck turned out so delicious. Laughing Wolf it's like not super tender, like a confit sort of duck, but I do really love the flavors, and I love how it's prepared with all of the different like textures and flavors. The Taz, okay, I'm in. We're going to Minnesota. Okay, friends. Thank you all for the wonderful stream today. So Sammy says he's starting at 2 a.m. tomorrow, Pacific time. So early, and probably gonna be on for close to 12 hours, I would say. So see you guys then. Hope you take care of yourselves for the rest of day or night, wherever you are. Thanks guys today for the biddies, all the follows as well, and all the resubs and new subs. We're gonna go enjoy the rest of our day. Bye friends, love you all. Thanks for the great time, and hopefully we inspired you to make some tasty foods. See you at 2 a.m. tomorrow.